Welcome back to another video. You already know what it is. It's your boy Jay, and we back with another one, man. We're gonna go ahead and jump straight into this thing today, man. We got the NFL draft winners and losers and one honorable mention. Let's jump. Alright, man. So before we even jump into our winners, because that's what we're gonna start with, please, y'all might as well go ahead and give me a like, a comment, and you might as well go ahead and subscribe if you're not, man. Come on, man. Might as well join the community on our way to, you feel me, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, let's go ahead and jump in straight into this thing, man, right? So, our first winner today, I don't know what this hand was doing. Our first winner today, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, y'all had to know they were going to be on here. I mean, they walked into the draft with their big position of need at corner. And guess what they did? They got two top 3, 4, 5, whatever corners on everyone's board. Okay? And in the first round, they had Quinion Mitchell fall to them, right? And then they had, in the second round, Cooper DeJean fall to them. Bro, what? I mean, that's impeccable. That's amazing stuff there. Shout out to Howie Roseman. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whoa. I mean, that's what's up there. I mean, they was out there eating out there in Philly, man, with those two selections to me. And then overall in the draft, they just got depth everywhere else, right? And, you know, they just got not necessarily better everywhere else, but definitely a reinsurance and a insurance policy, I should say, right? So, you know, I mean, they did their thing out there in this draft. I mean, Coop, I wanted the Niners to get him at pick 31. Now, we ended up getting my boy Slick Rick, but, you know, all gravy there. You know, but I did want him. So what I'm saying is that you really got 2 first-round, you know, corners in one draft. That's a dub. I mean, that's amazing there. Great work. And then on top of that, right, you set yourself up for the next draft in 25 where you're going to have 9 picks. You feel me? Now, a lot of people are speculating that, you know, the league is going to discipline them for the Saquon tampering during the offseason. So some people are speculating that 1 or 2 of those might get dropped. But even if 2 of them get dropped and you still got 7, that's dub. You know what I'm saying? Not every team gets to pick in every single round. And you probably won't, but you know what I'm saying there. I mean, dub. I mean, you had, 9 draft week trades. I mean, that's had the lead, you know, the league by far. I mean, shout out to Howie. He did his thing, man. And yeah, Philly is my #1 winner. Next winner on this list, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers, okay? I believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers dominated in this draft as well. Obviously not as much as Philly, just, you know, Pennsylvania ate in this draft, man. Shout out to them over there in Penn, right? Anyway, though, so, I mean, they ate with their first 3 picks. Well, first, let me say that, you know, their super big hole and position of need was OL. And what did they do with their first 3 picks? They got a tackle, a center, and a guard. Duh. I mean, what? I mean, now, we don't really know who's going to be the quarterback, you know, in week 15. You know what I'm saying? Or week 16, rather. I mean, who knows, right? With Justin Fields backing up Russell Wilson. So, if Russ is playing bad like he has these past 2 years, then maybe we see Justin a little earlier than we thought, right? But maybe not. But regardless of it, you know, regardless of who's back there at Q, you know, it's just going to be dope that they got, you know, they addressed the O-line in this draft, right? And then they rounded it out with Logan Lee, a D-tackle who it will be a dog. He's a hard-nosed guy. And then they got linebacker out of NC State, my boy Peyton Wilson. Now, I am super high on him. I genuinely, if he can stay healthy, dude, he fits in like a glove. He fits that hard-nosed, gritty work ethic, you know, Pittsburgh Steelers defense, you know, that I grew up on. And, man, and that T.J. Watt brings already, you know. So it's just, man, they ate this draft, man. That's what's up, man. Shout out to them boys out in Pittsburgh. You know, I really am high on Peyton, and the fact that y'all were able to grab him when y'all did is super good to me. I'm pretty sure he was a 3rd-round pick, and man, that's amazing to me, right? And now, like I had said earlier in the video, this is my honorable mention, to where they're not necessarily a winner because of one thing is carrying it, but they're also not a loser because of this one thing is so important in the National Football League, and that is the Washington Commanders. I have them just simply because they finally have their guy. You know, they really haven't had their guy since they drafted, you know, freaking a whole decade and some change ago whenever they grabbed your boy RG3, right? So it's like they haven't had a franchise guy since then, and they just got another Heisman Trophy winner, you know what I'm saying? So since RG, so they would definitely probably be compared a lot to his first two, maybe more not, just probably his first 2 years in the league. You know, they would definitely probably get compared. But I mean, shout out to them. I mean, they finally got their guy, and now they can go build around him. I mean, Scary Terry finally has a quarterback now. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on, man. I mean, shout out to them for being an honorable mention. Now, man, my first loser of the video. It might be backwards for y'all. I don't know. Anyway, my first loser of the video is, I mean, pretty much an overall consensus here. And the Dallas Cowboys, what are y'all doing? What? Oh, hello? Are y'all, is Jerry Jones like, is he getting senile? No offense. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even say that. But, you know, it's like, bro, like, what are you doing here? I mean, so you don't go and grab a running back in the draft. You really haven't done much in free agency. Well, you didn't do much in free agency. I guess there are still some guys out there that could be signed. But, I mean, you know, slim pickings, definitely. I mean, y'all didn't really do anything needle moving here. I mean, yes, you got some offensive linemen, definitely. I don't want those guys to be discredited. Their dreams literally came true, right? So, you know, definitely there. But, you know, it's like your whole division got better, like astronomically. Well, not, okay, that's a stretch. But your whole division, you know, holes in their team that made them, you know, a lesser of a team, they addressed. And it's going to make them a better team, right? You know, and the Eagles, who I mentioned earlier, you know, getting those two dog behind corners, right? And then another team who I mentioned earlier in Washington getting their franchise guy. And then finally, the Giants getting Neighbors. You know what I'm saying here? So Giant, I mean, I don't know, man. There's just a giant need for something to change in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all blamed Zeke a few years ago, and now Zeke hasn't been there, and now Tony Pollard's gone. So what? It's just your running backs, and it's not number 4. I don't know here, but you know, hey, who knows? All I'm saying is y'all are my first loser. The last team I'm gonna bring up today, the biggest loser in the draft, maybe in the past few years, in my opinion, right? And we're talking about the Atlanta Falcons. Now, they literally set a definition of what not to do when you sign your quarterback. That's literally what they did. What not to do. That's exactly what they did, right? And they got a QB at 8 in Michael Penix Jr. whenever, you know, Dallas Turner was on the board, when you guys needed, you know, you were towards the bottom of the league in pass rush and pressures in general last year. You can please go and look, right? So, you know, you had Dallas Turner still there. Byron Murphy still there. Latu is still there. I mean, shoot, Chop even is still there. I mean, there was multiple guys still there for you guys to grab to address a actual need rather than using a pick on down the line. And then you used it on a old rookie? You know what I'm saying? Like, huh? That doesn't really make sense to me. So Kirk, it has $100 million guaranteed, right, over the next 4, okay? And what I'm saying that because he's Michael Penix, that is already 24 years old. Will be once the season starts, right? So it's like, what, he's gonna sit for 2 years? Even if he just sits 2 years, he's 26. And he's finally seeing more than half of a freaking NFL season, right? You know, in starts, you know, that is. So it's like, huh? You know, or what? They're going to wait till Kirk's last year on the deal and then strip him out. So what, he's 27 whenever he gets a full season to himself. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like this hurt both, this hurt both guys here. And not because of Penix, is a bad quarterback. Definitely not, right? I mean, he took his team and he almost won the freaking national championship last year, right? It was obviously not a bad quarterback. But, you could have been a winner of this draft, and, you ended up being, you could have had the best offseason of the NFL if you would have got Dallas Turner. I'm just being real. Or Latu, or any, pass rush guy, or just someone, man. I mean, I don't know, y'all. Like, y'all said that pick was for the future, right? That's what the draft is for, to address the future, right? That's what you said. Well, the future's now, sir. You got Kyle Pitts a few years ago. I mean, I know it wasn't you, but, Kyle Pitts was there, a few years ago, right? Then you got Drake. Then you got Bijan. Then you got a quarterback after you just pay $100 guaranteed. That don't really click to me. Hey, man, but all that being said, you already know what it is, man. The video is coming to an end. So, with all that being said, man, please go ahead and leave me a like, comment, and subscribe, man. If you enjoyed the video, I ain't gonna pressure you into it, my boy. Or my girl, But, yeah, man, I appreciate, if you did like it. I appreciate, everything. I appreciate the view. And we out of here. Love.